Canada's 2025 immigration overhaul, 8 key orders from Prime Minister Mark Carney. Canada is making headlines with major immigration reforms for 2025 and beyond. Prime Minister Mark Carney has introduced 10 new immigration orders aimed at addressing economic pressures, housing shortages, and public service demands. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Big news for anyone interested in moving to Canada or already navigating the immigration system. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his team have introduced some major changes to Canada's immigration policies for 2025 and beyond. Canada has long been a top destination for immigrants, known for its welcoming policies and diverse communities. But with housing pressures, economic shifts, and public concerns, the government is making some bold moves to balance growth and sustainability. 1. Reduced permanent resident targets. Canada's slashing the number of new permanent residents. In 2025, the target is 395,000, down 21% from 2024's 485,000. By 2026, it drops to 380,000, and in 2027, it's 365,000. This is part of the 2025 to 2027 immigration levels plan to ease pressure on housing and public services. 2. Temporary resident caps. For the first time ever, Canada's setting limits on temporary residents, like international students and temporary foreign workers. The goal? Reduce their share from 6.2% of the population in 2024 to 5% by 2027. That's about 673,650 temporary residents in 2025. 3. Focus on in-Canada permanent residency. The government's prioritizing people already in Canada for permanent residency. In 2025, 82,980 spots are reserved for those transitioning from temporary to permanent status, like students or workers. This is about 36% of the economic immigration target. 4. Tighter international student rules. International student permits are now tied to regional housing and job availability. The government's cracking down on institutions over-enrolling students without proper support. Expect stricter compliance and accountability for schools. 5. Temporary Foreign Worker Program restrictions. The Temporary Foreign Worker Program is seeing big changes. Employers can only hire 10% of their workforce through this program for low-wage jobs, and contracts are now limited to 1 year instead of 2. Plus, the minimum wage for high-wage TFWs has jumped to 20% above the provincial median. 6. Boosting Francophone immigration. Canada's increasing its target for French-speaking immigrants outside Quebec to 8.5% in 2025, 9.5% in 2026, and 10% in 2027. Prime Minister Carney's even aiming for 12% by 2029 to support French-speaking communities. 7. Stricter border security and visa rules. Border security's getting a boost with tighter visa requirements and more enforcement against immigration fraud. This is to ensure the system's integrity while keeping Canada welcoming. 8. Support for family reunification. Family reunification remains a priority, with 24% of permanent resident spots reserved for spouses, partners, and children. The Parents and Grandparents program is also getting attention, with 34,000 spots in 2025. With these sweeping reforms, Canada is aiming to strike a balance between welcoming newcomers and ensuring sustainable growth. The focus on housing, jobs, and integration signals a more structured approach to immigration. As the government tightens some pathways while expanding others, it's more important than ever to stay informed and adapt to the evolving landscape of Canadian immigration. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.